Hi everyone and welcome to this yoga practice. Today we focus on a healthy spine, a nice posture. So if you have or suffer with some pain in your back, this is the right practice for you. Before we start, please remember to hit and subscribe not to miss any other yoga practices or fitness workouts. And also, if you find a time, leave a comment or like, and that will support our work. Now let's get started. We're gonna start this practice in a child pose. So you can choose if you want to keep your knees a little bit open or if you want to close them. Just remember, we just starting, just warming up. So no pressure here. Just slowly come down with your stomach. Extend your arms in front. Relax your head completely. You can stay on your elbows in the beginning. That's fine. And as we stay here for a minute, you can even close your eyes just to slowly focus on your breathing. So as we stay here, we slowly inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the nose. Slowly breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Try to slow down with your breath as much as you can, till the point that you're not even thinking about it. As we start with a little flow, and we want to follow each movement with a nice deep breaths. To let go of any tension, of any discomfort in your back or in your body in general. Just keep your breathing steady. Bring your mind here, body here. Starting our practice. We're gonna stay in the child pose for a little bit longer. Just start to walk with the hands a little bit to your left. Feeling the side of your body getting stretched. Try to reach with your arms as far as you can, head still relaxed. And then passing with the hands through the middle, going to the other side. As we stretch the side of the body, feel with each inhale this nice pressure in your ribs. And exhale, coming back to the middle. Now you can keep the head just resting down, or you can go with your forehead down on the mat, coming back with the hands, interlocking the fingers. Pressing now in the palms, trying to open a little bit more our chest, more our shoulders. And still keeping your hands together and arms stretched. Tries to slowly roll up, first with the spine, following with the shoulders. Head is the last. I'm still pressing in the palms. We will now come up on the knees, tuck your toes, engage your glutes, and arch your back just a little bit, looking up. Deep breath in, feeling the air filling up your lungs. Slowly breathe out, straightening the spine, sitting down on your heels, relaxing the arms next to the body. And we start to roll with the shoulders back a few times. Warming up our shoulders. Try to breathe out as you push back and down. Opening as well a little bit your chest. You can play by arching your back as you push back the shoulders. Any movement that feels good, just do it. Let's do a few more. From here, coming back in a tabletop. You can stay on your toes, so you can relax your feet. This time we're gonna keep our hips above the knees. Walking front with the arms, sinking down with the chest and head in a puppy pose. Keep on breathing and hold it here for a while. We now try to press the elbows against the mat just to get a stability. Look between your hands and just slide in front, coming into our Sphinx pose. Engage your glutes, relax your feet. And we try not to put all the weight down on the shoulders and arms, but we try to press down with the hands or even lifting up the elbows a little bit. Feeling the middle part of the back being stretched, glutes engaged. Deep breath in while we are here, pushing a bit more up and then coming down with the chest, sliding with the hands a little bit back, just under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, deep breath in as we come up in a cobra, staying on our toes. Breathe out, coming in our first downward facing dog. You can bend your knees. Again, we're focusing on the back a little bit more here. So knees can stay bended. Open through your chest. And we stay for 3, 2, and 1. Look between your hands, coming now with the right knee in between the hands. You can tuck the foot under your glute, or you can open it a little bit to the side. Slide back, square with the hips. We just stay here, just on the tip of the fingers, so we don't put all the weight on the hands, but we try to push ourselves away. So again, we want to feel more this part of the back being stretched, the lower parts. Every time you breathe out, try to push your chest forward, shoulders back. Really open here. As you breathe out, coming down with the stomach, chest, and head. Following with the arms, and we walk with the hands a little bit again to the right, still keeping the hips square. Then with the hands we walk back to the middle, lifting up the chest. Let's tuck the toes, one step back with the right in a downward facing dog. Knees bended, or you can straighten them up, completely up to you. Focus on your hips, reaching up, coming up to the sky. From here, we will come down with the knees, but we open them a little bit more to the side. Relax your feet. Move your weight back in a child pose. This time we stay in a child pose just a little while. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, open your feet a little bit and slide in front, coming in a cobra. Press in your hands. Shoulders down, open chest. Engage your glutes here. Let's tuck our toes. On your next exhale, downward facing dog. We look between the hands now. We will come with the left knee in between the hands. You can open your hip just as much as you can today. Press again in your fingers or in your hands to lift yourself a little bit higher. Every breath out, open your chest more, push your shoulders back, creating a little bit of that pressure on the lower back. Of course, if that's too much, just move more weight on your hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, coming down with the stomach, chest, and head. Following with the arms. And we walk with the hands a little bit to your left. Keeping the hips up and square. Then walking with the hands back to the middle. And back, lifting up the chest. Tuck your toes. Step back, downward facing dog. From down dog, we just drop down the knees in our tabletop, keeping the hips above the knees, walking front with the arms, with the hands, coming down with the chest in a puppy pose. We will stay down with the hands, with the elbows, look between the hands, slide in front in our sphinx, lifting up the chest, opening the shoulders, pushing them back, engaging the glutes. Relax your feet here. And we go all the way down now with the stomach. Now let's keep the left hand under the shoulder like this. Extend the right arm to the side. Right cheek coming down on the mat. Going to lift up now our left leg. You can bend a bit the knee, point the toes. And with the left toes, you try to get as close to the right hand as possible. So with these hands, you push yourself to the side on your hip. Feeling this nice bend in your spine. If you can reach or if you can find it, you can also touch your toes. Just remember to breathe. Then slowly and carefully come back to the middle. Swap your hands, so right hand under the right shoulder, left arm to the side. And we're gonna do the same to the other side. Lifting up the right leg, bending the knee, pointing the toes, left cheek on the mat, and roll on the hip. Slowly rolling back, coming back in the middle. Both hands under the shoulder, engage your glutes. Next breathe in, coming up in a cobra. Tuck your toes. Next exhale, downward facing dog. Dropping down the knees and opening them to the side, relaxing our feet, coming back in a child pose. Keeping the feet a little bit apart. Next breathe in, sliding in front into our cobra, or you can go for upward facing dog. Staying just on the feet, on the hands. Next breathe out, downward facing dog. Look between your hands now. We're gonna make one big step in front with our left in between the hands. Coming down with the right knee once we find the balance. Up with the chest and arms, sinking down into our hips. On our next breath out, we're gonna make a big circle back with the arms arching a little bit the spine. Down with the hands again. Lifting the right knee off the floor. Pressing with the right palm into the ground. Opening with the left arm. Looking up at the hands. Breathing through this nice twist. Let's stay 2 more breaths. 1. Down with the hands. Keep your hands a little bit more in front. We're gonna step forward with the right foot as well, bending the knees, pushing the glutes back, contracting the core, coming up with the chest in our Uttanasana chair pose. Gonna make our chair with a twist again, so hands together. We will try to place the right elbow over the left knee. And with the elbow, just press against your legs to twist yourself a little bit more. Look up over your shoulder or simply just relax your head. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Turning back to the middle. Coming all the way up with the arms, straightening the legs, arching a little bit the back. And then we keep the hands together, bring them by the chest, open your legs and arms. Make sure that your toes are pointing front, interlock your hands behind the back, pressing your palms again to open your chest and shoulders. We will try to fold forward. So through your hips, just go slowly, slowly down. You can bend a bit your knees. Keep your arms stretched, head down, relaxed. Then slowly relax your hands first. Place your hands in the middle, in between your feet. Slowly roll up, first with the back, following with the shoulders and head. And we're gonna close now with the right foot, so we turn to the other side. We're going again in our Uttanasana, so let's bend the knees, glutes, back and down. Feet a little bit apart, join your hands together in a prayer. Left elbow goes now over the right knee. Uttanasana with a twist. Look up over your shoulder. Press with that elbow against the leg. Breathe and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Back to the middle. Down with the hands. We will now do 2 steps back into the plank. 1, 2 steps back. Coming down with the knees. Arching the back, bringing the chest in between the hands. Ashtanga. Next, breathing cobra or upward facing dog. Next, breathe out, downward facing dog. From here, we look between the hands, making 1 big step in front with the right foot front, left knee down. Once we find the balance, lifting up the chest and arms, sinking down into the hips. Catching up with your breath, your next exhale, big circle back with the arms, arching the spine a little bit, looking up, down with the hands. Left knee off the floor, we push with the left palm into the mat, opening now with the right arm, looking up at the hands, pressing that palm, breathing through the twist, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Down with the hands. 1 step back, coming into downward facing dog. Let's drop our knees down again. Relax your feet. Moving the weight back in a child pose. Keeping the arms forward. On your next inhale, slide in front into cobra, engaging our glutes, opening the chest. Next, breathe out. Tuck your toes up with the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, down again with the knees, this time hips above the knees, entering out of puppy pose. Breathe out, chest down. Keep your elbows down. Next, breathe in, slide in front into our Sphinx. Now let's open the hands a little bit more. Keep them forward or in front as they are. And try to press from here into the palms. This will create a bit more pressure on the spine. So just be careful in case you can always bend your elbows a little bit. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Be mindful of your breathing. Don't hold your breath. One more deep breath in. Breathe out, down with the stomach. Hands under the shoulders so we can push ourselves up and back into child pose. This time in a child pose, try to relax completely, so you can even place your hands next to your feet. You can come down with your foreheads, with your heads. You can close your eyes as well. Just relax your body as much as you can. There is still any tension being held in your body. Be aware of that part as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, just let go of any tension, any tingling. With each breath, just feel your body getting heavier, melting down into your mat. Every inch getting relaxed with your breath. As well, your shoulders and arms getting heavier, just resting over your knees, over your legs. So just hold it here for a minute in a silence, just you and your breath. Let's now again bring our attention to our body. Coming with the hands in front. Slowly coming up with the chest. Keep the head relaxed till the last moment. Moving very slowly. You can keep the eyes closed a little bit longer, or you can open them now. Coming now in our cross-legged seated pose. breathing mindfully, being aware of every breath. We can keep the calmness and slow breathing for the rest of the day. Whenever you're ready, join your hands together in front of the chest. You can slowly open your eyes, they're closed. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.